Hello, what's good, and welcome to CSC Sports. This is a very special show that I'm doing today. I'm talking about the mighty Michael Jordan and the mighty LeBron James. That's right. I hate to put emphasis on mighty on LeBron James, but you'll see why. That's the big thing going around. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, who's the best? Who would you take in their prime right now if you was drafted on the board right now? Say, for instance, let's have a fantasy world, right? Let's say both players, LeBron James right now with his 27.6 points per game, his 6.9 assists per game, and his 7.2 rebounds per game. Let's take Jordan with his 30.1 points per game, 5.3 assists per game, and his rebounds 6.2 rebounds per game. Let's take both of those guys, no statistics right now, put them on the clock to be drafted. Who do you take? That means in their primes right now, with their career averages I just called out, who do you take? Or who is better? My opinion, a lot of people, I was arguing with a friend of mine, his name is Kadaris. He knows basketball too. This guy is super duper savvy when it comes to sports talk about basketball. He knows his stuff, right? We argued, like, who is better? Who's better passer? Who's this and that? We know hands down, in my opinion, when I break both of them down, I look at the similarities, and the only similarities they have is their dominance and their dunking ability. You know what I mean? Their dominance of the NBA and their athleticism. LeBron James, in my opinion, he's more swayed, you know what I mean, towards how Magic Johnson is, you know what I mean, more than Michael Jordan. Now, when we look at the ability to score and dominate the game, that's when the Michael Jordan-ness comes in. And that's when you look at the dunking and athleticism and the aromatics, you know what I mean, we'll fly to the air dunking. That stuff, that's where they have comparisons, you know what I mean? But if I had to pick out of the two to run my franchise, to put four guys with him on the floor, because you gotta remember, I don't care how good a person is individually, I don't care how you look at it. It's all about, can he play with the four guys that's on the floor with him? How good is he with the four guys on the floor with him? That's what matters overall. And when I think of the two, I gotta take LeBron James, and it's no disrespect to Michael Jordan. Their points off, you know, like Michael Jordan. I think per game he shot the ball like 22 times for his career, 22.9. That's almost 23 shots per game. LeBron is somewhere like 20. You know, so Jordan did shoot a little bit more than LeBron per game. When you look at the rebounds, Jordan is 6.2, LeBron is 7.2. But we see LeBron getting better. When we look at the assists, LeBron is 6.9, Jordan is 5.3. I think what separates the two, and then we see the 3-point difference with Jordan with 30 points per game and LeBron with 27 per game. When we look at the difference, it's the mentality that makes LeBron James more of a team player. I don't say more of a team player, a better overall player than me, all around, I would say, because they're similar. The one thing that LeBron has that I would take over Michael Jordan is his mentality to distribute the ball and how he's more of an all-around player from that perspective. This doesn't, when I make this statement, this is not saying that Michael Jordan is not a good all-around player. You know what I mean? It's not saying that. It's not saying that. It's just like you take 30 points per game per 27. That's only like 3 points. That could be 3 foul shots. You know what I mean? But when I look at LeBron James' mentality on the court, he is a better floor general than me, and he can play all 5 positions also. You could put Michael Jordan at the 1. You could put, he's definitely the best 2 guard of all time, and he can play the 3. But if push comes to shove, if you need LeBron to play 4 and 5, he can do that. He can out jump any center in the game. You know what I mean? He couldn't defend like a Shaq or something like Wilt Chamberlain, but for the most part, in his generation, he can stick these guys at center. He can out rebound them to all of them just by jumping and with his passion at the moment to get a rebound. He probably can go up against any big man in the game. So when I look at the two, I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me. If I'm going to build my franchise and I'm on the clock, I'm going to go with LeBron James. And it's not knocking Michael Jordan's greatness. This is not taking a stab at him. And I think it's the mentality thing that separates them. Their mentalities. Michael Jordan, in certain aspects, you could say his mentality is better than LeBron as far as being put in finishing. You know what I mean? But LeBron, in my opinion, he has shown that he can win with less. He didn't have the coaching, and that's not Michael Jordan's fault. But Mike Brown was a decent coach. Eric Spoelstra, every year you talk about he's going to get fired. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, I just think that LeBron, he's just more of that all-around facilitator. You know, he has a IQ for the game that's phenomenal. Then he's 6'8", and he's cock strong. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things, little small intangible things that work in LeBron's favor when you look at the two. I would actually draft LeBron James. This is my opinion. I know a lot of you guys are like, Jay, are you serious? You're going to disrespect Michael Jordan? It's not disrespecting him. It's just like when you look at Magic Johnson. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they always talk about Michael Jordan's 6 rings, and I'm going to clear that up too real fast. That's not even important. LeBron's window is still open. You know what I mean? His window is still open to win. This is like his 10th season. When you look at Michael Jordan said, but he ain't got 6 rings. I'm going to be honest with you. To a certain degree, that really doesn't weigh a lot because it's about your career overall. And I think to a certain point, it matters if you get to the finals. That counts too, not just well as winning, but getting your team to the finals. It's like when you look at Magic Johnson's career. Magic been to the finals like 9 times and he won 5. But nobody never says anything about that. They always talk about Michael Jordan and his 6. Look at Bill Russell with his 11. You know what I mean? So I don't think you can't take a player's greatness away because they didn't win. Some players are fortunate and blessed to have great teammates, great coaching, and the era that they're in. I mean, you could have the best team that dominates that whole era and you win throughout your career. A lot of players can't help that, like Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, Reggie Miller. The chips fell where they may. You know what I mean? There's nothing they could have done about that. Well, I think in Charles Barkley case, I think if Barkley played a little bit better defense, he probably could have gotten a ring. You know what I mean? But the chips fell where they may. So, if we're on the clock, like I said, I'm going to take LeBron James. I'm your boy Jay Howard from CSC Sports. I want to know who you would take if you're on the clock in their prime, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Till next time from CSC Sports, peace, and I'm out.